Imagine a Sonic game with no game-ruining gimmick, no horrifyingly terrible graphics, no weird hedgehog princess furry relationships, no bullshit that doesn't rely on old levels and actually works. The game that you're imagining would probably look something like Sonic Colors. Sega just announced that they're remastering the game, and I thought it would be a perfect time to give it a replay and see how it holds up in 2021. Is Sonic Colors Ultimate worthy of a purchase when it comes out later this year? Let's find out. Like I said in the intro, this game cuts out all the bullshit you would expect from a regular 3D Sonic game. To be honest, I'm not even the biggest Sonic fan. I've played basically all of the games, but I've never looked at it as a super high quality franchise with the exception of a couple of games. I mean, can you blame me? That's why Sonic Colors blew me away on my revisit to the game. This game plays beautifully. You go between two styles of play, 2D and 3D. And even though this is a 3D Sonic game, you might be surprised to find out that this game takes place mostly in 2D. It's actually one of the biggest criticisms I've seen of this game, that it's not a true 3D Sonic because it takes place so much in 3D. However, this criticism holds no weight with me because I think that Sonic is just better in 2D. And I think a lot of people would agree with that opinion. I'm of the opinion that the boost formula, while fun, can get a little bit bland at times. Sometimes it just feels like you're holding the boost button and you're charging through the levels, not really even playing. Sometimes instead of feeling like I'm playing the game, I feel like the game's playing me. Sonic Colors gives you the perfect amount of the boost formula. Just when it feels like it's getting a little bit bland, bam, you're in 2D. The platforming in the 2D sections is actually pretty top tier 2D platforming. Once you get a grasp on the controls, it feels great. Sonic has a double jump in this game, which makes things just a little bit more accurate, which makes it just that little bit more enjoyable to play. Sonic Colors also introduces wisps to the gameplay, which is basically the gimmick for this game, if you even want to call it that. It integrates so beautifully into the gameplay that I think it'd be more fair just to call it a game mechanic. The wisp function as power-ups, which gives Sonic a different ability depending on the one that you pick up. Which abilities do I like the best? Well, oh my goodness, it's the GameBase's official Wisp tier list. This one gives you boost. B, this one shoots a laser. Cool, unless you're facing the wrong way. This one turns blue rings into blocks and blocks into blue rings. It can be fun sometimes. I'm gonna give it a B. This one hovers, but you can use it to follow rings. It's okay, I guess. I'm gonna give it a B just because. This one is a rocket. It shoots you up. It's stupid. I don't like this one. There's no control. You just go up. This one sticks you to walls and you can spin dash. I'm giving it an S just because you can spin dash. This one turns you into a monster that eats everything in its path. I like it. I'm giving it an A. This one makes you drill into the ground and drill stuff. It's fun. You have a lot of control. That's an S for me. The world's navigated through a world map, which gives you a decent amount of freedom in the order you play the levels in. There's 5 red rings to collect in this level, and after you complete the level, you're ranked on how you did. Some people might think that in a game like Sonic, a collectible slows down the experience in a game about speed. And going into Sonic Colors, I would have agreed with you, but I actually really enjoyed collecting the red rings. And the S ranks are fun to get too. I was constantly replaying levels to either get the rest of the red rings or improve my rank. Alright, time for my first big complaint about the game, which is that all of the red rings aren't available to get on your first play of each level. I hate it when games do this. I just think that when I'm playing a level, I should be able to play that level in its entirety. A lot of the time too, the level is almost impossible to S rank without the color bonuses you get from the wisps. This is because a lot of levels have wisp capsules that aren't available to you yet in the game. It felt like I wasn't playing the true level as it was intended. Like literally, there's a level in this game that's like 30 seconds long and you just walk straight to the end because you don't have the right wisp. And it's not even possible for you to have the right wisp yet. It's just it's just made that way. A lot of people will never go back and replay the levels too, so doing this basically makes people miss out on a big chunk of the level. Once I got all the wisps and I could finally just play the levels in their entirety, it got so much better, and I found myself S-ranking levels a lot more. I stopped worrying about if I could S-rank the level and started worrying about how I would S-rank the level. Overall though, the gameplay in Sonic Colors is some of the best in the series. The mix of 2D and 3D gameplay along with the wisps keep things super fresh and fun throughout the entire experience. 3D Sonic games are known for having really off-the-wall stories. Sometimes it just goes way too deep, like bro, it's a game about a hedgehog running fast. It really ain't that deep. Fortunately though, Sonic Colors absolutely nails the story. It's very small scale, but it works. Sonic and Tails are like a buddy comedy duo trying to figure out what Eggman's true intentions are with building this park throughout the game. I really do find Sonic charming in this game, and I don't say that about all of his games. I think sometimes he can come across as kind of cringe. But in this game, I loved his demeanor, the jokes were landing, it didn't try to do too much. Sonic really was charming in this game, like I said. Him and Tails have some super funny moments that legitimately had me laughing out loud.
The funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor. Anyway, it seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair! That's the best thing I've heard all day! I gotta remember that one.
I know, I've already written it down.
The best character though has gotta be this guy. His name is Cubot, and him and his fellow robot friend Orbot work for Eggman. But instead of actually doing anything productive, they just annoy the shit out of him the whole game. They spend a good chunk of the game trying to fix his voice box to make him sound less annoying, but they just keep messing up and he gets progressively more and more annoying, and it's really funny to watch.
Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like I'm an idiot. Forget about it.
That's because you are an idiot.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. There's nobody else here, so I must be talking to you. Why haven't we fixed your voice chip yet?
Yo, quit busting my batteries over here. I've been working on it all day.
What does that even mean? Oh, never mind. It's backfiring! Impossible! How? Ta-da!
Yo, what do you mean impossible? Your plans have been crushed by Sonic for like, ever. He stopped you like it's his job or something. In fact, I can't remember a plan he didn't stop.
What are you talking about? He hasn't stopped all of them.
Name one.
The Wisps also have a very charming innocence to them, which really motivates you to save their planet. It's just a charming game. It plays out almost like a Disney movie, which I love. It's not trying to do too much, but it serves as interesting exposition in between each level. I really liked the story in this game. I find the environments that you're playing in to be so important when it comes to a platformer, and Sonic Colors heavily delivers on awesome environments. They're all totally unique environments, which is super refreshing to see after seeing levels like Green Hill Zone a million times throughout the series. They just went for it with this one and created totally unique environments like the series had never seen before. Tropical Resort is the main location. It's the theme park that Eggman's been building that's raised Sonic and Tails' suspicion. Sweet Mountain is made of food. It's a mix between industrialism from Eggman and also a layered cake. This one looks really yummy. Starlight Carnival is where the game really starts to amp it up. This area looks awesome. It's in space, there's neon lights covering everything, and you're running on this awesome Rainbow Road looking thing. It's just beautiful, and where the game really caught my attention aesthetically. Then they hit you with Planet Wisp, which is equally as beautiful. It's the home planet of the Wisps, and it's made up of these luscious green fields, and you can see Eggman starting to take it over with his park. Preserving this beautiful land adds a little bit of extra motivation to stop Eggman. Aquarium Park is an underwater aquarium, and it looks gorgeous. The music is great. The visuals are great. It's definitely a top tier location in this game. Then there's Asteroid Coaster, which is a rock planet in a huge asteroid field with a bunch of roller coasters for you to ride. I know I'm a broken record at this point, but this place looks awesome. In the final area, Terminal Velocity serves as a great place to end the game. Overall, the locations in Sonic Colors are some of the best in the series. There's not a bad one in the bunch, and most of them are excellent. Saying I think Sonic is a low-quality franchise is a pretty fair statement to me. However, saying Sonic has low-quality music is absolute blasphemy. This series always has bangers, no matter how bad the game is. I'd say it's probably the most consistent thing about the series. Sonic Colors does not disappoint, giving an absolutely phenomenal soundtrack. The main theme slaps, the level themes bangers. It's all just excellent. Aquarium Park Act 2, Final Boss Phase 2, Planet Wisp Act 2, Sweet Mountain Act 3, Speak With Your Heart, and Reach for the Stars are just a few of the standouts. This is an unnecessary spoiler warning for a game that came out over a decade ago. I've got to say my favorite song from the game has got to be Nega Wisp Armor Phase 2. That shit took me off guard. It's an epic remix for the most epic boss fight in the game. Speaking of boss fights, let's talk about them. They're pretty good for the most part. I'd say with the exception of the final fight, they're forgettable at worst. Like, I don't think we're gonna see anyone raving about how Admiral Jelly's the best boss they've ever fought anytime soon. But the final fight with Terminal Velocity is awesome. Eggman uses all of the Wisp powers that you've been using throughout the game against you, and I love it when a game goes full circle in the final fight. It's also tied together with my favorite song in the game, which you're hearing in the background right now. Basically, to sum up my opinion on the bosses, I think the ones you fight throughout the game are average to above average at best, and the final fight is probably one of my favorite fights I've ever fought in a Sonic game. This is my 4th review on this channel. I've reviewed both Mario Galaxy games and Donkey Kong Country. I walked out of all of those giving them the score that I thought that I was going to going in. They didn't surprise me because I kind of already knew how good they were due to me being more familiar with those games. However, for the first time, a game surprised me. Going in, I thought I was going to give Sonic Colors a 7 out of 10. It would have been fitting since I've given a 10, a 9, and an 8 so far. 7's the natural next step, and I thought this game was probably gonna be about a 7 out of 10. But I was shocked by just how good this game really was. I think giving it a 7 would be a war crime. It's not a 7. Calling it good would not be enough. That's why I'm giving Sonic Colors an 8 out of 10 with the title of great. The gameplay is awesome with the inclusion of the Wisps, and the switches to 2D make the sometimes bland boost formula work really well. The world is quite possibly the most creative in any Sonic game. I loved most of the environments. The soundtrack meets the quality we've come to expect from Sonic games, and then some. The bosses are pretty average until Sega hits you with one of the best fights they've ever done. It's just great all the way through. I'm really hoping the remake is good so that a whole new generation of players get to experience Sonic Colors for the great game that it truly is.
Hey Dad, do you think I'm an idiot?
Why, yes you are, son.
What? Why would you say that?
Well, son, you're not subscribed to TheGameBase. No self-respecting human being isn't subscribed to TheGameBase.
But Dad!
No buts, and don't call me Dad either. I have no son.